James O'Doherty has been on the campaign trail with him. There's a bit of contention about who is going to replace the outgoing ministers in a Morrison cabinet should he get re-elected. Also, we want to know from the Labor side who would be the Home Affairs Minister. Bill Shorten hasn't been forthcoming on that. But what Scott Morrison really wanted to talk about as he campaigned in the marginal seat of Corangamite was his new first home buyer policy.
The ultra-marginal seat of Corangamite in Victoria is held by Sarah Henderson, a Liberal, but the seat is notionally Labor after a redistribution. The coalition is spending big here to keep the incumbent in power. One estimate put to the Prime Minister, $27,000 per person.
This is the most effective local member that Corangamite has ever seen. This is a growth part of our country. And you've got to invest in the infrastructure and services so that it can support it.
Scott Morrison standing with his local member, but not committing to who will stand by him in his ministry in a number of portfolios, despite calling on Bill Shorten repeatedly to nominate his would-be Home Affairs Minister.
What Australians need to know, I think, is in those key portfolios. Treasury, Josh Frydenberg. Defence, Linda Reynolds. Home Affairs, Peter Dutton. Foreign Affairs, Maurice Payne. These are the critical portfolios, together with the Prime Minister, and of course finance with Matthias Cormann. These are the critical portfolios that sit at the central agencies of government.
Scott Morrison spending another day hammering home his policy to reduce the deposit required for first home buyers to get into the market.
75% of people either own their home outright or they're in the course of buying that home, paying off their mortgage. I want to see more younger Australian families join the ranks of that 75%.
The Prime Minister persisting with this policy for a third day in a row, despite more scrutiny on his scheme, with new analysis showing that someone with a 5% deposit on a $500,000 home would pay $57,000 more in interest compared with someone with a 20% deposit. Scott Morrison will be continuing to make this push around the country as the election clock kicks down.